I don't know how fertile I am yet, which is why we're going to find out together. Bill Nye the Science Guy here. I am currently conducting an experiment on my bathroom countertop with a cup of my cum and some liquefying powder that has to settle for 10 minutes before I can insert the sperm onto a slide, put it into a machine, and get the data. So while all that is still cooking, I wanted to kind of debrief about the experience thus far. This is going to come as a surprise to many of you, so if you're standing up, you're going to want to sit down. This was my first time ever ejaculating into a cup. I'm as stunned as you are. Pick your jaw up off the floor, because it's the truth. And the process of beating my dick like it owed me money, filling up a cup with it, and now doing science on it, I mean, what a world we live in, huh? The 21st century. Crazy, crazy times. This is the future. And I have a bit of a game theory here. I think there's a very good chance I'm going to find out I'm sterile. I've said this before on stream, but throughout middle school and even through high school, when I was like hard addicted to RuneScape and City of Heroes, I would always play those games for hours with my laptop sitting on my lap. Literally incinerating my nutsack. The poor soldiers down there just getting fucking napalm striked perpetually. And I know that there's been like research that's shown that if you like have, you know, your computer on your lap, it can sometimes cause problems with your sperm count and all of that. And this, I'm 30 years old, so this was way before we had that kind of knowledge. Or maybe we did and I ignored it because I was a kid and it's not something you're really thinking about. But I did that for years. So I think I might get some news I'm not super pleased with when it comes to that little cup of cum. But I also think there is a slight chance that I may be the chosen one. I might have the potent gene seed that could birth a fucking Primaris Space Marine. We don't know yet. It's possible. So I just double checked here in the middle of that cut. We have about 2 minutes left. Then afterwards, I will take my cup. I'll pipette some of it into the slide in the designated area for the designated volume. And then I'll put it into the little machine they send you for it to record it and calculate it. So it makes like a little vlog out of your swimmers, as I understand it. You hear that sound? That's the sound of science, if you'll excuse me. Unfortunately, I was having a huge problem getting the test to work, so it was able to record it and download it, but as you're about to see, I kept getting an error every time it tried to test it. And no matter what I did to try and rectify the problem, it wasn't solving it. So some of my friends and I at the warehouse are doing this as like a group experiment to see who's the most potent. And I didn't know if I was the only one having this problem, so I started to consult the council, and it seems I'm the first one to do it. And as you're about to see, the testing protocol was just not conducive to my semen. And I tried troubleshooting everything, so I decided to try and brainstorm with Matt.
Sorry, just missed you.
Yeah, no worries. I got a bit of a odd question for you. You ready?
Alright, lay it on me.
So did your sperm test work?
I have not done mine yet.
See, I'm having a weird technical issue. I don't know if it's like a mutation in my seed or what, but like I've been trying for the last 25 minutes, but it keeps saying it's unable to test.
Oh. I wonder if you got like a bad kit.
I don't know, but it just keeps telling me to double check the following. I've tried everything. I've used both tests now. I'm running out of cum.
Sir, this is dust. I love, the problem isn't that it's saying you have weak swimmers. It's just they're too strong to be red.
Yeah, it's like in solo leveling when it says error, it means you're an S rank. Worst comes to worst, are these easy to find? Because I don't have any slides left, but I can always make more ejaculate, but I just need time.
Cum is not the problem, it's time. Yeah, they are. They are easy to get.
Eventually I had a Jimmy Neutron brain blast and it finally dawned on me. Much like the answer to all of life's problems, the solution was more cum. So I was pipetting my ejaculate like I was trying to fix the leak in a boat. Like I was taking so much of it and just putting it on the slide in massive dollops. Which, it says you only need to fill like a small diamond's worth, but I was pipetting to fill the entire trunk of an SUV. And then I used all the elbow grease I could muster without breaking the slide to like put it as far into the machine as it could possibly go. And it finally worked and I got my results. So here you can see that the concentration is a 78.5, which is normal. Motility is a 78% normal, 74 progressive motility normal, 61.2 motility sperm concentration normal, and a 58.1 super soldier serum. So now let's go ahead and check the footage here to see what everything looks like. Look at all these bastards in there, thinking they own the place, you know what I mean? They don't even realize that they're on a slide right now, not even in my sack. That's crazy. To think I was once in there, the rat race. Unbelievable. You know, you never really stop to think just how crazy life is, huh? So those are the results of the Yo sperm test. That was the name of the kit we used to do all the data and stuff. Obviously, this isn't sponsored by them or anything. Just thought it would be fun. And I say we, but right now it was just me. I'm sharing my results with you in this video. But the idea was to have a competition to see who's the most potent out of all of my friends. So that video, we'll see how I stack up head to head on the leaderboard of my friend group. But just wanted to get this out to you and answer the question that I know plenty of people have been asking. How fertile am I? Pretty goddamn fertile, I'd say. Now, of course, I couldn't leave Matt on a cliffhanger. I had to give him the good news, so I gave him a ring again to get him on the horn.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Big cum news, Matt. Call me back ASAP. Bye. Hey.
Hey, I'm gonna do everything in my power to make my ringtone when you call me that voicemail.
Okay, sounds good.
That was wonderful.
So I figured it out. I got it to work, and I have some tips for when you do your collection. So I'm not gonna spoil my results to you yet, so don't even ask.
Of course. All right, I won't. I wouldn't even dream of it.
So it's kind of like with baking, how sometimes you need to use more than the recipe calls for. So it'll tell you to fill up like a red circle. You're gonna want to just a healthy dollop of ejaculate on it.
Okay, people say that about baking a lot. Typically ignore the recipe, use more than it says.
And I think the other thing that really helped was on, like, because I was running out of time. Like, you only have an hour, and I was against the clock, but I've always said I'm a fourth quarter comer. So I figured out the technique. You gotta jam that motherfucker in there. I was using so much elbow grease, so I took the slide and I nearly sent it out the other end. So if you get the same problem I do where it's not calculating, make sure to push like really hard on the slide, like to the point where you think you're gonna break it, and and use a lot.
All right, so push harder, God more.
Yes, yeah, that's the one.
All right, that's great. I appreciate the scientific breakdown of that one.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, I'll get my homework done tonight. I appreciate it.
No problem. I'll talk to you soon.